Hello everyone. Give you all a minute. I'm gonna hook into my Instagram on my computer so I can see the messages a lot clearer. Let's see here. All right, let's go to me. Talking myself through this process. Okay, so I wonder how I can mute that. All right. Hello, Maddie. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well today. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes for people to come in. I'm just going to write down a little message that I got a minute ago. Hello, Corey. How are you? Hello, Amber LaFay. How are you doing? It's nice to see everybody. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I am doing great today. Thank you, Maddie. It's a very, very busy day over here at the Old Tree. Lots of changes happening and lots of amazing things happening today. So I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. Thank you. All right, I've got my Instagram open on my computer so that way I can keep track of everybody's questions that come in. Hello, Evergrove. One of the things that came through for me before we even started this, air and fire mixing together, and it's been a player for a minute. Air and fire mixing together, and that air feeding that beautiful fire, right? And one of the things that fire has to do to grow is to allow air to feed it. So fire essentially has to give up its own control. It has to give up its own path, right? Well, not give up, but it has to loosen its control on its own direction. It has to loosen its control on its own growth, and it has to allow air to feed it knowledge and spirituality and education and expression to feed that fire so it can grow. Okay, so I think this is today, this is a huge message from Spirit that to allow ourselves to grow, we have to often not give up control, but we have to often lax our control on the path that we think we're supposed to be headed on. To allow ourselves to grow, we have to, hello, Ryder. To allow ourselves to grow, we have to allow Spirit to come in and guide us, just like air comes in and guides that flame and grows that flame. But it wouldn't happen if fire wouldn't allow it. So sometimes we think that, okay, I'm supposed to be on this path, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and that's where I'm going. When we do that, we like put our blinders out, right? We put our blinders on, and we can't see the huge perspective of many different paths that we could actually go on if we allowed Spirit to take us there. So I think one of the messages that Spirit is giving us, not only today, but during this full moon coming up as well, and this is for all of you, is allow Spirit to give you that message. Allow Spirit to guide you. Have faith in the unknown, like the Fool card. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your intuition. Have faith that universe has your back and will not lead you astray. Allow yourself to experience even the things that you think you shouldn't experience or you wouldn't ever experience. Give yourself that chance to do that. Don't take away that chance by trying to control your future. I think that's what Spirit has to say for everybody today. And thank God I'm recording this because I can watch it later because I'll never remember what I just said. All right, so I want to get these ready really quick. I want to, it's been so busy over here today. I want to just go ahead and take a moment to connect and to breathe. Just take that big breath in. Sometimes that first breath your body doesn't allow it to expand as much because, once again, we're in this control, right? So allow that body to relax really quick. I'm inviting all of you to do this with me. Allow the body to relax really quick. Relax that belly too. Let it hang, okay? Allow it all to be let go. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Guide it down through the throat, down past the chest, expanding that chest really wide, really big, and down into the belly and expanding that belly. Okay, ready? Hold. Exhale. Feeling those shoulders drop as you exhale. Fully connected, fully connected. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now that we know where Spirit is taking us in these readings, I would love for all of you to go ahead and just, hello, Miss Mariah, for all of you to go ahead and just place your questions into the comment area for me, pretty please. And I will read off your questions. Remember, today's readings are about giving up control. They're about giving up that control. They're about taking off the blinders and allowing the peripheral vision to open up. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say. All right, Amber, you're first. Okay, so okay, so that makes sense. Amber, before I even call in something for you, I want to let everybody know that prior to this, the word regimented came into play. And I think the reason that it came into play is because of the message that Spirit gave to us. We don't have to be so regimented in our lives. Our lives don't always have to have a direction or a to-do that we need to accomplish, you know. Yes, there are lives that have to be on schedule, and I get that. But we need to allow ourselves to bend. We need to allow ourselves that dance, that movement as well. Okay? That's why that came in. All right, Miss Amber. Let's see. Then Corey, then Ryder. Then Evergrove. Okay. All right. Miss Amber. Okay. Amber, the things that are coming through for you today, I don't know what's going on over there, but the things that are coming through for you today are malicious and misaligned. Okay, so these are, two different perspectives in a way. So look at it that way, okay? When we talk about malicious, we can view someone as, committing malicious acts against us, okay? Like purposeful, hurtful things against us. All right, so we carry that anger and that non-forgiveness towards that person, okay? Because we're seeing it that way. Or this is where misaligned comes in. So this is kind of like a balance, and you're going to have to kind of go in the middle here, but we're going to pick a card in a minute. So misaligned also comes in for you. And misaligned says, hey, you can either look at this act as a malicious act, or you can look at this act from someone that is just misaligned. It's just the act is based upon a misunderstanding. The act is based upon not full receival of information or message. The act is not necessarily towards you, but you might be taking it that way. Okay, so I'd like you to look at those two things in your life, and maybe that'll give you a little bit better of an understanding towards someone that you feel is trying to do something wrong to you, or mean to you, or bad to you, or destructive to you. Okay? Okay. All right, let's draw you a card, baby. Okay. All right, you have the Star card in reverse here. Okay? When the Star card comes in period, Star is, talks about following our dreams, following our goals, following our aspirations, keeping our eye on the goal, knowing that, this goal may seem far away, but we can still achieve it. The Star card also talks about healing. The Star card also talks about healing, okay? I want you to see, she is feeding the water, and she's feeding the land, water. Okay, so she's feeding both aspects. So the crops will grow and the land will be healthy. The fish will grow and the water will be healthy. Okay, so that's how she talks about healing. And since this is in reverse for you, especially since, malicious and misaligned comes up for you, let's talk about number one, aspirations, career, and goals. Okay, so this is in reverse. So this is, you, insight, introverted, okay, introspection. All right. If you are having a blockage towards goals or aspirations, or feel as though you're stuck, number one, you need to do a check-in with yourself, okay? Are you being malicious to yourself? Is this goal in your life misaligned? Are you trying to take control and only focus on that rather than allowing spirit to say, hey, why don't you try this? Check in with those things. And I want you to check in with your health, with your soul health, okay? The Star card talks about stardust, and we are all that stardust, right? We are all that oneness in the universe. We all come from the same space. And so when you are not shining as brightly as you can, the rest of us are not shining as brightly as we can, because we all affect one another in our actions, in our doings, in our healings, and in our lovings. So I want you to take time. Number one, I want you to take time. If you can during the full moon, I'd love for you to take a nice goddess bath and reconnect not only with the outer goddess, maybe the Star goddess herself, but also reconnect with that inner goddess that you have within you, okay? I'd love for you to take a beautiful goddess bath, and I would love for you to allow spirit to bring in some guidance for you, as not just regarding health for you, because it's balance that you need, but allow spirit to bring in guidance for you on how you can release restrictions upon yourself, how you can release that control that you try and have, and make yourself stay in this lane rather than going all over the place. Sometimes it's okay to go all over the place. When we go all over the place, we get to experience many different things and see what really feeds our soul. And I think that's the biggest message. I think that you are not following what feeds your soul, what makes you shine. And I want you to do a big check in with that, because this path that you're choosing to go on might be misaligned. And in doing so, in following it, you might be creating or committing a malicious act upon yourself. Okay? I think that is the message that Spirit wants to give to you today, for sure. All right, I hope that that resonates with you, baby. Okay, Corey, I would love a full moon card, please, and thank you. All right, I've got one in my question box too. Okay, Mariah, I'll give you a card for the week. Okay, all right, Miss Corey, you are up next, babe. Okay. Okay, good. I'm glad that that resonated, babe. I'm so happy that that resonates with you. All right, Miss Corey, you are looking for a full moon card. Okay, it's not a word that's coming into me right now. It's actually a feeling that's coming into me right now. And as I even picked up the deck and thought about you, Corey, I got really dizzy, first of all. And it was almost like my low back moved out of place. Okay, so like hip, low back area kind of adjusted itself. All right. I don't know if right now you are having low back issues, maybe a little bit of vertigo or a little bit of dizziness, something like that. When you're bending over, I want you to make sure that you don't bend over from waist down. I want you to make sure that you squat and do any work. Okay, number one. Number two, when your body starts needing a break, I need you to take that break. Stop pushing yourself. Number three, when you're laying in bed, try and elevate those knees underneath. If you're lying on your back, put a pillow underneath those knees or a nice bolster. You can also put one underneath your ankles as well, just to elevate that area to release that pressure on the low back and hips. If you're not having issues now, wonderful. But like I said, it wasn't a word that came through for you. It was that moving energy that came through for you. Another thing that could also represent is spirit kind of like pushing you. Okay, like, hey, get the fuck out. Okay. I don't know if lately you have been feeling a push, like a push forward. But if you have, you need to know that that is your nudge from spirit coming at you, okay? And another way that spirit talks to us sometimes is makes us dizzy, gives us that high ringing in the ear, blurred vision, things like that. Check in with all of those things. I want you to do a self check-in with all of those things and determine whether or not well, that's root too. So your root chakra, you're a little bit off on that foundational chakra. Okay. So I want you to do this check-in with yourself and check in with whether or not this is a physical thing for you or a spiritual thing, or maybe a little bit of both, because root chakra is physical. And then we get into the spiritual aspect of the nudging, the dizzy, the ears ringing, the blurred vision, all of that stuff. Which also could mean high blood pressure, just to let you know. But do a little check-in with yourself, all right? And definitely concentrate on that root chakra. And I know you're like, but I'm outside all the time. I'm totally digging. My hands are in dirt all day. That doesn't mean that you're fully connected with earth. Instead of working in the earth, take time just to sit in that earth. Sit against a tree. Hear that tree speak to you. Feel it breathe. Listen to the air blowing through the leaves. Take that quiet time, not thinking about what you need to dig up next, not thinking about things like that. Okay? Just take that quiet time with the earth and connect right from the base of that spine all the way down into the magma in the middle of Mother Earth. Okay? Connect that way, and that is going to be that wonderful root chakra foundation connection for you. And then do a little bit of hip openers. All right, and good. Yes, check that blood pressure, please. Okay, let's do a card for you, baby. All right, okay, we have the Two of Cups in reverse for you. Okay, so we're talking about full moon card for you. And Yeah, full moon card for you, okay? And that full moon card, or that full moon is in Libra. So this Two of Cups being out of balance, you might be a little bit of emotionally imbalanced, which would be another amazing reason to make sure that you do this root chakra work so you are grounded. Therefore, your emotions, even though they may seem off kilter, are not way off kilter. Okay, the Two of Cups coming in reverse. You know, people look at the Lover's card as like a relationship Lover's card. It's not necessarily a relationship Lover's card. When we talk about, relationship, not even necessarily lover with another human being or whatever, but relationship, we really talk about the Two of Cups. And when the Two of Cups comes to me in reverse, it's an off kilter of emotions. And because I know that you are in a relationship, it could be a time where you and your husband's emotions are clashing a little bit. So, which would make it even better for you to find this beautiful sacred tree to sit under as your space instead of going into your greenhouse and working. Go sit under that tree, sacred space, and allow yourself to ground when you feel emotionally imbalanced. All right? I hope that that resonates with you, baby. Okay. All right, Ryder, you are next. Okay. Okay. All right, honey. Okay. For you, there's a couple different words that have come through. Hello, painted goddess. I thought you were going to be somewhere else, baby. For you, Ryder, there's a couple different things that come through for you. Magnetism and arc. Okay. So you're a hot little item right now, all right? You are drawing in some amazing things, okay? Spirit says, even though you're drawing in these amazing things, so you're shining like really bright, right? So you're really shining bright right now. You're this magnet. I need you to understand that the brighter we shine, the more the lower vibration beings see that shine and are attracted to that sign. And you know, it's amazing because that means that we can share our light and all of those things. But the one thing that I would like for you to watch out for is narcissistic energy that comes your way. Okay? Hello, Amanda. Narcissistic energy that comes your way. I want you to pay attention to that because we talk about arc too, all right? So when you're having this arc, these energies coming together, I mean, the magnetism factor could be amazing, right? The two energies coming together, okay? But one's got to be positive and one's got to be negative for you to come together, right? If you're both positive, you're going to clash, okay? So, and I don't mean light and dark and all that stuff. Anywho, one of the things that I want you to pay attention to, number one, attracting narcissists. Number two, even though that spark might really be there, and I think this is with a person, even though that spark might really, really be there, I want you to do a check-in with your own light, okay? And is your light still shining bright? Are you giving up light for this other being and sharing your light, you know? Is this other being receiving with love, or is this other being taking? Okay? When you do that check-in with yourself, you will definitely know that. Okay? All right. An arc of energy. An arc of energy. Yeah, you're going to come to this beautiful arc, definitely. Could also mean that you lose your shit. So be aware, okay? I don't know what your astro stuff is, but once again, you know, air and fire, I want you to be aware of that. Okay, so let's pull a card for you. All right. You have the Princess of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this Princess of Cups, you know, once again, cups, water, emotion, healing, connection to goddess, womb work, shadow work, rejuvenation, life, all of these things. Okay, you've planted a seed already. It's not a seed that you're going to plant. Okay, this is not a physical outward seed that I love you, Amanda. Thank you. We need to catch up. This is not a physical outward seed that you are taking care of. This is actually an inward seed that you are taking care of and growing. So there's emotional stuff that you're doing for yourself, to work on your healing and your self-love, which is amazing. And that is what is making your light shine even brighter. Continue doing that for sure. Continue growing that. Don't let anything get in that way. Okay? You need your light right now. And I'm not saying we shouldn't share, but you need your light right now because you need to know that that strength lives within you so you can work on this healing that you're doing. Okay? All right. I hope that resonates with you. Okay. Let's see. Next I have Evergrove. And Evergrove, you would like a card for the coming month. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you have a couple things coming into you as well. And what's coming to you today is ridiculousness and fare thee well. Okay, so what this is telling me right off the bat is that you're tired of putting up with somebody's shit. And, you know, instead of getting angry, you kind of look at yourself and you're like, this is ridiculous. Why am I putting up with this? This is just ridiculous. I don't get it. You know what? Bye. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to that. This is this month. Okay, so thank you, writer. This is this month. All right, so you're gonna be dealing with somebody's stuff. But I love the fact that instead of focusing on that, you're focusing on acknowledging how ridiculous it is that you allowed it to affect you. How amazing is that? What an eye-opener that is. So be very, very happy about that, okay? Because it also gives you the strength to tell this person to go away, to get out of your life. You're just done either with the person or with the situations, the drama that they bring to you, okay? All right? Because you choose it. You're choosing for yourself, the betterment of yourself, okay? I love that. Good for you. All right, let's draw you a card. Okay. All right, my sweet face, and this kind of confirms it. You got the Five of Swords, all right? So the Five of Swords, you know that swords, that air, that communication and expression, okay? So when the Five of Swords is coming in, Five of Swords is like, hey, take the high road. Take the high road, all right? There's no reason for us to, even when this person is bringing drama, how are we going to react? And how are we going to respond? Okay, so are we going to react like, oh, or are we going to respond? Oh my gosh, I'm being so ridiculous. Why am I letting this being affect me? Okay, take that high road. And sometimes we don't have to say shit. Sometimes the silence is the biggest communicator that we can possibly put out there. All right, so remember that for this month, okay? Take the high road, put your best self forward, but also respond with respect and love for that best self of you too, Okay? I hope that resonates with you. All right. Okay. Miss Maddie, you want any message? Any message? Okay, Miss Maddie, for you, I have responsive. It's not responsibility, it's responsive coming through, okay? All right, so Spirit is asking me, is there some communication that you have stopped responding to? Are you being non-responsive to something that you should be responding to? A message, a family member. Silence can be golden, like I said, but Spirit is kind of telling me, and message can come in different forms. Remember, it can come text, it can come voice, it can come action, relationship wise, things like that. So Spirit is telling me that it is time for you to be responsive, okay? If you are feeling as though the life within you has fallen asleep or maybe is still hibernating, Spirit is saying that to lift that up, to build that up once again, you need to be responsive. You need to take action, okay? And if it is towards a message or something like that, one of your family members that you have not responded to, Spirit's kind of telling me that it is important that you do so. All right? Okay. Let's draw a card for you. All right. I have the Four of Swords coming up for you today. And Four of Swords talks about dream work, but Four of Swords also talks about our subconscious, our subconscious mind. Four of Swords also reminds us that we need rest, okay? So when we talk about that and we talk about responsive coming in, I think one of the things that needs to be taken into consideration is, how is your body talking to you? Are you responding? Are you listening to the messages that your body is giving you regarding rest? Are you listening to the messages that your mind is giving you regarding dreams? Are you responding to these things? Are you taking action on these things? Are you committing time to yourself to rest? Okay? Be responsive to what your body is asking you to do. Okay? I think that's your message for today. I hope that resonates with you, love. Okay, next I have Mariah. You are next. I'm just going through here really quick to see. Okay, sorry, hold on. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, Miss Mariah, you are next, and then Runa, okay? Yeah, my daughter, remember Tarot Lady this morning? Yeah, my daughter has called me like 3 times today. There's definitely some stuff going on. Okay, let's see. So, Miss Mariah, you want a card for the week. I will see you later, Ryder. You have an amazing day, okay? Bye. All right. Okay, Maddie, good. I'm glad that that resonated with you. All right, and then Sophie, you're next after Runa. Okay. All right, Miss Mariah. Oh. Okay. I forget. Okay, you need to know that I forget, and I'm a bad friend. But okay, so immediately Fox Hollow jumped in my mind. All right, and isn't that the name of your company that you're opening up? I can't remember. Sorry. I can't remember, but anywho, the words Fox Hollow jumped in my mind. So either this is the name of your brand that you are building, or this is a place that you are considering traveling to, or has come up in conversation, or something like that. But it's definitely a space that needs to be, it needs to be mentioned. Because it's like in the forefront, right? So like it's right here, and it screamed like Fox Hollow, like it was just jumped in. Okay, so I want you to look into that. I wish I knew the name of your brand right now. Sorry. Okay, so Fox Hollow for you. It's definitely a place. Okay. Okay. All right. So do you know about Fox Hollow? What is Fox Hollow? It might be a place that you're going to, but if it's a place, it's definitely a place that is really going to resonate with you. It's really going to be a place of remembering, like it's going to stand out to you for a very long time. Okay? So check into that. All right? I like Fox Hollow. It's nice. Okay. All right. You have the devil in reverse, baby. You are breaking some chains, breaking some rules. Okay? Yeah, check into that, Mariah, because I think Fox Hollow Farms, yeah. But I think it's somewhere else. I think I see like a more of a desert scape. Anywho, anyway, you are breaking chains today. You have the devil card in reverse. Devil talks about addiction. Devil talks about keeping yourself tied down. So if you guys, and what I'm feeling is that you guys are ready to pick up and travel again. So it is almost time for you guys to travel again. So you're breaking the chains today. You're breaking the cords today. Making that move to get back on the road today, doing that planning action, figuring out what needs to be done, things like that, okay? Which is really good for you, because you kind of need to be on the road. You're wandering family. If you were to stay where you are, it would be for reasons of emotional connection only. So it's not the emotional connection that you need to break, but it's the emotional connection that you need to loosen up, like give yourself longer rope. Okay? But you definitely are making headway today in your travel plans, and getting back on that road again, breaking off some cords and saying, let's go, taking action. Okay? So good for you. All right, Miss Runa, you would like a card for your daughter. Which one are we talking about? Rose? Love you, Mariah. Okay. 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 Okay, so we're talking about Rose. Okay. What I am seeing, or what Spirit is giving to me right now, is there's a little friction in being. Okay, so she's having some stuff happening with not just the fact that she's in this world, but with the fact of just being you know, how do I want to say this? Almost like angel devil on the shoulders, almost like can't sit still, overwhelming anxiety coming through. There's friction, like a double personality almost, friction coming in, playing like, why are you even here? And then the other one's like, well, you're here because you're here to make a difference. And then the other one's like, no, you're not, you suck. Okay, so there's some stuff going on, and we all know she doesn't, but there's some stuff going on, and she's having some really big inner conflict, inner friction right now. And I think part of that friction might be she's wondering why she's here. Like, she's wondering why she's here on this planet, on this earth. Okay? Okay, so let's draw a card for her. And also, let's send her some loves. Let's send her some loves and some light and some Reiki and some healing and some strength. All right. Okay. All right, so this kind of confirms she's the Aries baby too. She is King of Wands in reverse here. So we have that King of Fire in reverse, okay? So she's really working on this inner aspect of herself today. Like, she's really having this conflict with inner self today, all right? And she's trying so hard to master these emotions or ways of thinking. She's trying really hard to master it, and I think that is frustrating her more and adding even more friction to the mix, because she can't master it right now. But like the message was in the beginning, right now is not that time to control these things. Right now is that time to have faith that spirit has your back and universe holds us in love. To allow herself that movement, to allow herself that dance, to allow herself to fuck the fuck up and know that that's life. And things, you know what? You learn a lesson, you fucking move forward. Things are going to happen, okay? But it's okay to screw up too. This mastery that she's seeking is definitely a frictional place for her because she feels as though she can never attain it. And sometimes she feels as though this fire within her is so overwhelming that it consumes. So I think the major thing with her today is she is wondering, she's having this argument and she's wondering, why am I here? Why am I here? Am I needed? Am I wanted? Why am I here? So we're just going to hold her in our spiritual arms today and give her a big fat loving hug and let her know that she is here for a reason, and that is to fill this earth with beautiful fire and light and gusto. All right, those are the things that she needs to start seeing in herself and embracing. Instead of something bad, it's something amazing within her. Okay, all right, I hope that resonates. All right, Miss Sophie, you are next. All right, Sophie, deposit comes into play. Deposit. All right, but I mean, it could be talking about money, but I don't think it's necessarily talking about finances, okay? So deposits coming into play. I think it's more so about an energy deposit, all right? What you're putting into something. And remember my motto for this year, return on investment. What is the return on investment? Because if it isn't worth it, don't fucking do it. Okay? How much energy are you depositing into something, someone? Because if you're not depositing just as much energy into yourself, your goals, your dreams, your life, you need to do a big check-in with that, because that is not return on investment. That is negative. Okay? That is not you getting something back. That is just you putting in, and not even investing in your own self-health, your own self-care, your own self-love. All right? Bye, Amber. See you later, babe. Have an amazing day. So, I want you to, number one, check in with that. Check in with yourself and be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. That's the hardest thing to do sometimes. But really check in with yourself. Be honest about where you're depositing your energy. Be honest about the return on investment. What is it? All right? Okay, let's draw you a card. Okay. You have the Ace of Wands today. Today is about action taking. That is the Aries. That is action taking coming into play. It's manifestation. It's creating change driven by passion and desire. I'll see you later, Runa. Have a great day. Yes, I'll see you at Clubhouse. It's about that passion and desire, that drive forward. And aces are about these new beginnings, okay? So I want you to take this deposit word and I want you to make a day as a new beginning for yourself and think about your return on investment, okay? Take action to really bring into manifestation. I'm depositing to you, but to me, I need to deposit twice as much. Okay? Doesn't mean that I'm giving you less, just means that I am going to give myself twice as much. So that way, my cup is always full. It never runs empty. It's always full, and I always have these amazing things to distribute and this light to give, to deposit. All right? Bye, Evergrove. I always have this light to deposit into other things, but I also have extra light to deposit into myself, self-love, self-care, self-worth. All right, return on investment. New self-motto for every fucking one this entire year. All right? And that involves money, that involves time, that involves energy, all of those things. Return on investment. Okay? That is your message. Check in with that, my sweet darling. All right, so with that, I am going to draw an angel card for the collective. Angels, what do you have to say to us today? Oh, this is a good one. Okay. So for today's message from the angels, I got fear. Okay? Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you. I protect you and I keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. Once again, that air, that breath of spirit coming into play, trying to breathe life into a different perception, into allowing us to open up our peripheral vision and see what's actually around us versus the path that we try and keep ourselves on. Okay? All right? Allow spirit to join. Allow spirit to give you that breath of life and give you those messages and all of those wonderful things. All of those wonderful things. Thank you all for joining me today. Before you go, if you're on Clubhouse, we are on the Path of the Moon Club at 2 p.m. Myself, Jen, Corey, and everybody. It's just open to everybody. So at 2 p.m., Path of the Moon Club, we are having Bewitching Conversations. I changed the name of it. And then on 3/26, I am on Clubhouse, Brandy's Clubhouse, and it is the Quantum Spiritualism. We're talking about self-love, self-care. That's 3/26 at 8 p.m. And then on 3/29, again on Clubhouse, we are launching the Astrologic Lab. Jennifer's launching her Astrologic Lab Clubhouse on Clubhouse at noon. All right, and that's 3/29. And that is it for me today. Oh, you met Erica? Oh, you did? Did you go? You must have went to Stargazers then. Erica is, I love her so much. She is not only one of my new students, she's in group 3, but she's one of my very, very dear friends. So I'm so happy that you met her. And she's very talented as well. Okay, so that's going to be it today. The circle is open, but unbroken. Until we meet again, my darlings, have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your week. Full Moon Circle, Facebook, Moon Tribe of the Old Tree, Sunday night, 8 p.m. or 8:30. I can't remember the time. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Have an amazing day. Bye.